Good morning. My name is Katinka and I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome back. Over here we talk about sewing, knitting and a bit of life. Today there's not a lot of sewing or knitting, but there's quite a lot of life updates because I was traveling this week, so not much else has been happening. I started on Monday catching my first plane in the middle of the day, waiting around until almost midnight to catch my next plane. There's a cool thunderstorm outside. I hope it doesn't affect my flight. But I am enjoying the show. Then, landing in Heathrow, waiting around. Luckily, there I had access to a lounge until I could get my next plane to South Africa. And then another long haul finally arriving here. The last leg of the flight. And this one is much better as the last one. There's so much more space. British Airways is just amazing. It was an adventure and it was tiring and it was overwhelming. And along the line, my hand luggage with my toothbrush, my extra set of clothes, my knitting landed up in the hull of the plane, being booked right through to South Africa. So I didn't have knitting, I didn't have my toothbrush, and I couldn't change my clothes. So by the time I got to South Africa, I was filthy. My breath was most likely stinky. At least I had some dental floss in my handbag that had like a minty taste. So I was chewing that at one stage because my mouth tasted so foul. It was quite a thing because usually when at lift off and landing and when I'm bored, I like to knit. I like to keep my hands busy. And to be on the plane for so long and not have knitting, it was almost overwhelming. But what it did do is I was able to do some editing on my phone. I like to put all my clips together and then just edit them into one clip, and then it's easier to edit on my computer. I was also able to watch some movies, and I can't remember which movies I watched actually. And I was also able to just give my mind some space to talk it through things. Because sometimes when you have a big life change, your mind takes time to catch up. And mine only caught up by the second plane and the long haul over the Atlantic Ocean. So it was good in one sense, but it was extremely tiring. And since I've landed over here, there has not really been a lot of time to do much else because it was my dad's birthday on Thursday and he turned 81. So we went out for breakfast with him, and the place we went to was just so beautiful. But the previous day, we still had to run around to go and find him his birthday present. And my sister took me all over the little town where we are, and we finally found him something that he really loves. So the birthday celebration was just family, and we had a nice breakfast and they had some cake. And this place where they held it was just too beautiful. It's out in the garden, and there's this little stream running past at the bottom, and there's all these little corners where you can sit and have coffee and eat breakfast or read a book. It was just so beautiful and relaxing. We went for my dad's birthday to this cool place. So they've got all these little spaces under the tree where you can sit and have coffee or tea, and we just had breakfast. And they make really amazing cakes. It's so beautiful. And I've arrived in time to experience autumn. The leaves are just changing over here. And there's this little river at the end of the garden. Then on Friday, it was again a runaround day of trying to get everything sorted and done. And one of my nephews came to fetch me, and it was so nice to just catch up and talk. And in the end, we ended up moving their furniture around because when you have an idea at 10 at night, it's a good time to move everything. But it was really so much fun. And then on Saturday morning, we went for breakfast and just kept on catching up. What I've also done is before I left the last time from South Africa, I put all my things in storage. And so it's interesting how when you get back to your things, you realize how many of those things you're not as attached to than what you were when you first packed them away. So with them starting their new home and setting up their little cozy nest, I gave them some of the things that was in my storage. And so today we sorted that out and they were very excited. And I am so happy that family heirlooms are kept in the family. And the two of them are just too cute. And for the rest of the week, it was just trying to find myself again. And to tell you the truth, I'm not sure I found myself yet because it's quite a thing going from one climate to the next. We are going into winter, but it's still not used as cold as it was from where I came. And it's different, and the culture is different. And so for the moment, I am just giving myself grace to get used to everything. I don't have much more to talk about, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and always thank you for spending time with me over here. I am going to leave you here, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.